Our next presenter, ladies and gentlemen, is Professor Donna York, and it is my honor to introduce our distinguished speaker, an expert in the field of research in the laser for biomodulation. Her academic journey began with a degree in education from the Academy of Distinguished Educators in Clinical Teaching at New York University. She furthered her education with a PhD in laser therapy and an MSc in biophysics and cellular technology from the University Keller Davila in Bucharest. Professor York has made significant contributions to the field, serving on the board of editors of the International Phototherapy Association of Japan. She has conducted extensive clinical trials for photobiomodulation techniques using various technologies. Her groundbreaking research has been published in peer-reviewed journals and presented at international conferences. Her excellence in research was recognized when she was awarded the best research paper at the Florence Laser Conference in 2002, and again at the International Academy of Laser Medicine and Surgery on Bone Regeneration in 2015. Recently, Professor York joined the study group for artificial intelligence with the new European Surgery Academy. She also represents universal healthcare as a delegate at the United Nations and is a fellow of the UK Royal Society of Medicine. In addition to her research, Professor York holds a doctorate in dental surgery and a specialization in periodontology, but her contributions extend beyond academia and research. She is a philanthropist dedicating her time and resources to help the cause of children victims of gender-based violence in Africa. Please join me in welcoming this remarkable individual, Professor York, to our webinar today.
Thank you
Professor,
for
do please.
the introduction. These are my students in Kerala, in India. I just visit them. And every year, the university gives me a sari. And I enjoy the sari very much. Now, each promotion is so beautiful. We teach them to use laser to become like Darth Vader, to use laser all the time. I have laser in my life. Even now, if you can see, everywhere in the house we have light, photobiomodulation. I have a red and a green in the kitchen. So light is important, and energy is important. It's very important. What I really like very much to show you is how a nurse in India is getting dressed. You see the sari, that's how they are all day long. They walk like this, and that's how they perform their duties in this white sari. I use them as drapes. I got them back home, both in Cannes and in United States. This is the very first AI device. It's a big computer. You see how big it is? Maybe 3 meters by 2 meters. And this is the very first. And is knowledge put inside to give information. Now, in the history of AI, we have tape, we have knowledge, we have a logical control, and we have a memory dial and a scanner. And what it is, this artificial intelligence, the definition is that is a machine or a software composed to incorporate human or animal intelligence, and it is a study of this intelligence machine. The term can also refer as intelligence machine, of the machine. First was founded as a discipline on 58. Then it lost interest. Then it became again interesting in 80s and 90s and brought a proliferation of microcomputers and new levels of networks. And there is recognition. And then approach involving fuzzy, set theory. And then we got in 2012 deep learning, and then got the funding. And also it got big, 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 more and more and more use in healthcare. And what happened then, I remember when they started to say, make your clinic paper-free clinic. And then we started to get all this Dr. Lieb, all this online appointment setting and online receptionist and online this and that. And then the chat GPT, who revolutionary the interaction between patient and doctor and all that. So then we have here in New York a very advanced, I wish we got it in Europe too, because as my life is in between United States, Asia, and Europe, I get to experience the health system in all the places. So I can see, there you go, in United States, we have this program, NYU, Langone Health, and then I can see all the appointments, all my diagnosis, everything. I can, oh my God, everything is their entire life and makes so easy, simple. I want to see for my doctor in Cannes, Yvonne, to see what it's about in a diagnosis. I give the password and name, and then she goes and she sees a whole data of everything. So that is really, really, really good in the benefit of humanity. We have John McCarthy. He put the name artificial intelligence, and then lots of smart boys from MIT, they research. Then is Marvin Minsky and John McCarthy. They were friends and they worked together. And then we got Alan Turing. He is considered the father of computer artificial intelligence. And what he did the first test. That is Minsky. And what is this Alan Turing test? Machine, human, tester. Machine one at all times. This is Turing, a very handsome man. So then we have this machine learning, and then we have deep learning, all this algorithm. So one solution, 2 solutions, 3 solutions, 4 solutions, 5 solutions, put in there in an algorithm, and then it looks like thinking. It's thinking. And then you have incorporating so many algorithms, so many solutions, and then it makes a language and is there, boom, and this is it. Just Tony said to me today how he have 90 applications and he put them in their the apps, right? And then therefore our benefits is amazing, it's wonderful. So let's see, human have memory, perception, anticipation, problem solving, decision making. Machine, the language, the computer vision, the dialogue and conversation, the data, how much my brain incorporates, but in a computer, and the machine learning. So you incorporate that much data, right? All the languages, all the cities in the world, all the diagnoses. You have the best. You have the best of both worlds. Finally, you have the computer world, and then you have the human world. So as Tony just said to me in a conversation, AI cannot be stopped. And that's good, but be aware of all this like deep fake and stuff. I don't like this. I don't understand this. In the 60s and 70s, we got problem solving. Then we have applications done in organic chemistry, in everything. And then we have all this program, MICIN, then other systems, internists, then CASNet. And there you go. AI chat. We use it every day, AI chat. Then chat box virtual tutor is in almost all subjects and used in education. And oh boy, how can it be used in the orphanage in Tanzania? So this artificial intelligence go in all domains of life: medicine, chemistry, physics, mathematics, genetics, and goes, as Francesco said, in every single part of our real beautiful surroundings. Input layer, multiple hidden layers, it become a deep neural network with information. And there it is, artificial intelligence. Popular AI languages would be Python, then we have deep learning, then we have TensorFlow, PyTorch, Keras, Chickets, NLTK, and OpenCV. All that with all this language, AI tasks, computer vision, deep learning, data analysis. AI technology is widely used through industry in like Google search, YouTube, Amazon, Netflix, Siri, Alexa, Assistant, Waymo, AI art. Do you know when Kasparov played with the computer and he lost? He was the world champion. He lost at any time again. AI screenwriter, AI comedian. You want to be funny? You go and get all the funny jokes and you use them. AI screenwriting as well. I started to use a lot, you know, and definition of this is too easy. It's too easy. However, I think because of AI is used to us, we become more of geeks. We use it more, so then we get more information ourselves. Java is compiled, then all kinds of other strong Weka, deep learning, Apache, Sparks, R. And then let's talk about cybersecurity. What are the benefits? Ongoing learning, discovery, how to look for unknown threats, vast data volumes, improve vulnerability management, overall security posture, better detection and response. Oh my God, I went to Bucharest, to Romania the other day, and I tell you, Monaco got cameras, but Bucharest. So talking about security, there are cameras everywhere, and they're there to protect us, and it is just great. Between solar panels and cameras, so solar panels for electricity, you know, and then the security, you know, that's we were talking at the beginning of our web now about tracking devices. So I just got 3 of them now. I keep searching, and if you guys can help to find the smallest tracking device. I got familiar recently with 2 AirTag. Hold on, I'm gonna show. My new best friend, AirTag. So we all know all the rest about how the language is processed and how the speech can be synthesized and machine translation and extraction of information. And then We know Noam Chomsky's work about generating grammar and semantic networks. And it's this micro world of solving knowledge problems. And then we have Margaret Masterman, who believes that understanding languages and then the thesaurus and the dictionary and computation of language structure. And then we got modern deep learning techniques. What does that mean? Architecture of information using mechanism. And then 2019, we have this GPT. That means generating pre-trained transformer. And then we have language models begin to generate coherent text. So we got human level computer or with information good enough to get the SATs test and GRE test, crazy. And then we got all this computer looking like a human or like dog or like animal. And then we have, you know what we have? We have now computers that speak with knowledge. Oh, sweetheart. Oh, darling, aren't you, you know, emotional computer. And then we have decision-making, translation, and all about. So all is there to be adjuvant, to be an addition, and to help our work. Is not to replace, is just to help. It's an addition to our work, like an appliance in the kitchen. We all know for long this online virtual customer service with a question ask. Then we know Siri, and we know cross-selling products using e-commerce, Slack, Facebook Messenger. We all know that all too well. So we have this AI, we have structures, macro scale, micro scale, nanoscale, atomic scale, and then we have properties, unitary, binary, ternary, quaternary, and all together to give this algorithm to serve for AI. Stock trading started to be without any person, and then behavior data consumer. As you see, you get that on those shopping stuff like online. There you go. First, and I think the most used at the moment in medicine is the diagnostic for the X-ray. You know, it's so easy, and AI gives a diagnostic, and then the doctor checks, and there it is. Computer vision. Then we have photo tagging, we have self-driving cars. Then we have the robot, Professor Stark, who's actually the creator of our doctor study group for artificial intelligence. He started this group in 2022. When I met him was about maybe 15 years ago. He already was doing computer robotic surgery at a distance. Like the patient was in Afghanistan and he was in Germany. Artificial intelligence does a speech recognition, computer process human speech in writing, and many mobile devices. We all have used like crazy Grammarly, and we use Google Translate and so on. And for that, the communication is much easy. For example, in Tanzania, Agape Orphanage, the director speaks Swahili and I speak English, so we talk. I did learn some Swahili, mambo, poa, asante sana, haribu. That's all. There it is. So I tell you, everybody. This AI stuff is made for those gender-based violence victims in Tanzania. Why? Because as you see, this is it. Do you know how far is a hospital? About 1 hour, 2 hours away. And those children, they lived hell. And one is 4 years old, victim of rape. Then the other 5 years old, victim of prostitution, pedophilia. And the other 6 years old. And then the worst one, 13 years old, pregnant by rape from her brother. And the parents tried to poison her and let her die by starvation. So imagine all these people there, little, just wonderful angels. And please don't be a stranger for them, and please get involved and just call them and teach them English, because they speak Swahili and English. But because no education, they come from these communities, maybe Maasai, maybe other backgrounds. They got to learn English. And we are very happy a Canadian school is there to help, but they need food, constantly need of food, of cream, paper products, and other supplies that a girl or a boy needs in daily routine. And when I arrived there it is the bedding. You see how beautiful their beds? You know how many beds they have? 74 in a room. And in that room, it's all this crowd. So here, there are only the children that they did not have anywhere to go for Christmas. So structure is needed, education is needed, and imagine AI, they have their AI computer, and they get the knowledge, they get the education, because these children are disciplined, these children. And you know what? Any spoiled brat from United States, from Europe, they have to go 1 month to live with those children, and they will be is the best gift that we can give to them. They never heard about Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and all that. They never heard. And then artificial nurse in Swahili would be the best, because my tummy hurt and I have a headache and I have fever, and the artificial nurse will just tell them, and it will be next the cabinet with that medicine that that child can use then and there. So there it is, the great use of artificial intelligence, and how those children that they're like a sponge and sweet and grateful, and they do never complain, would have benefit from AI for their education, for their health, for their development in society, even if they are so far away. That would be an AI nurse for my girls from Tanzania. Another use for the AI girls would be for the Himba tribe in Namibia. They never wear a bra. They never do. So also they never wash. They use earth. And that is just marvelous. My best it is, you know, when you carry heavy stuff and it's really hard. Imagine handicapped patient in the hospital, and there it is, this big guy, it's a robot. He carried the patient. Kismet, affective computing, all kinds of virtual assistants are there to help. And thanks God for you brilliant people to bring them to us. Perception now. AI compose abstract structure and takes raw data and refines it. And then we have cameras, we have microphones, wireless signal, radar, computer vision. I just learned to do graphic design, Photoshop the other day. And then the appliances in medicine are too much and just so good. Diagnosis, technology, the hospital billing. Then we have the, as Dr. Watson said, the devices to detect diabetes and heart and so on. It's genomic sequence database. So companies are developing technologies and help in healthcare, improve business by increasing utilization, decrease patient boarding, reduce the length of stay, optimizing staff levels. That's also good. And then for the healthcare, we have Google Deep Learning, we have Tencent, Intel. Elon Musk did a Neuralink brain chip, and then thousands of others, brain applications and so on. Very important. Don't get your education from the detail man. You know, when you buy something, they come and they say, you use it like this, you put it in plug like this, you have this. Don't get the education from the detail man. Just think and study. It's important. You are doctors. Let me tell you about the love of my life, which is laser therapy, which is also artificial intelligence. And most that I got to be proud of is to use laser physiotherapy with light for photobiomodulation. But I'm not using a lantern or a match to cause light, and here it is, the treatment, photobiomodulation. I'm using light that is infrared, which is invisible, and I'm using a frequency, 4.98 hertz, and then another frequency, 9.12 hertz. Did I invented that? No, they got invented by Nogier, was a fine, wonderful doctor in France, an acupuncturist. So then he used different frequencies, was a genius, Nogier, genius. And he used this acupuncture light with this frequency, and there it is, his photobiomodulation. Then we got to use photobiomodulation also for COVID. Also, we use this photobiomodulation, Chukokain Wemenka, put it on the blue light on the bronchi and kill bacteria. So what is the definition of photobiomodulation? Photobiomodulation is a light. Infrared light means invisible, and the light activates in the nucleus some oxygen transport, and then the oxygen goes out. Hey, we are here. We're gonna transport, and goes and open the membrane of the cell, and then cut potassium, natrium pump, and then calcium pump, so that healthy cells, they get better, and sick cells, they get this energy and they get this regeneration. And from that, this immediate effect, anti-inflammatory effect, from that pain relief effect, from that stopping bleeding effect, those are immediate effects. And in long term, we have regeneration, less use of other medication, restitutio ad integrum, and complete healing. This COVID, I think it was man-made and man-held, and I think they distributed some sort of rubella, memes, and rougeole, rubella vaccine, you know, MMR. And I think this COVID is a glorified rubella, because it's this lovely Professor Adams who said, the DNA of this rubella and the DNA of this COVID is the same, 75%. So it's artificial made, and then it shows by the pandemic weird, because I learned pandemic when I did my master's in biophysics and cellular technology. I learned pandemics, and it was like a ball, like a bell, like that, bah. And then all this going back means it's man spread and man-made. So I put that into an article in April 2020, when I said, this is from the MMR vaccines. And then I vaccinated everybody around me. Now, I don't know that you really know, and it's a big, big thing now, how many people were killed, not by this rubella glorified COVID, by bad management in hospitals when they exploded people's lungs by using too much oxygen in those machines because nobody knew how to use them. So what a tragedy. This is me during COVID. There you go. So you see, doesn't exist a pandemic like this with all these balls like this. That means somebody spread it and somebody made it. In my going in Middle East and Asia, the 6 rules of life: believe, listen, think, try, live. Live your life. These are all kinds of lasers. What are these lasers? Are they dangerous? Are we crazy to use it? Should we take that away? No, lasers are good, and Einstein did them before everything. And then Mayman created the first one. And then not long after Mayman, this guy said, this is bullshit, cause cancer, and I'm going to prove it. And what he did, he tested with low dose, like no burning. And as
Professor,
yes,
sorry to interrupt you, to inform you that it was 5 minutes ago.
okay, I'm done. I'm almost finished. So what he did, he caused this photobiomodulation. He's the father of photobiomodulation. He invented that. That's what he did. He invented photobiomodulation. So then we have all kinds of types of laser machines. Only in the 80s, this lovely lady, Tina Carew, she said she managed to scientifically prove this cell activation with the light and cell retardation. But be aware, there have been a lot of fake research that got accomplished. So you have to look for the real research and for all that statistic evidence that proves that is real. These are my favorite peeps in the whole wide universe that I grew up with, and the pioneers of photobiomodulation that I have known for 32 years. As I am the product of Laser Florence, International Academy for Laser in Medicine and Surgery, Professor Leonardo Longo and Patricia Longo, they did it since 30 years ago. And we are very grateful to those pioneers, I tell you so. One another thing that you should be aware is mercury toxicity and other machines to test. And one machine is Biomeridian. And then we test the intolerance to any object. And this is Jerome mercury vapor analyzer, where we can see, so you get mercury poisoning from headache to dementia, from bloatiness and sinusitis to big eczema and stuff, and then malformation. So what we want to have is 0 mercury. And let me tell you, standard evidence show that light use benefits the bleeding time in all cases and for all types of diagnosis, even if the patient have osteoporosis, calcium problems, liver toxicity, and then pain relief benefit from photobiomodulation in all cases. For mature patients and for young patients, bone recovery, we use the density test. Complete healing, we found a rapid aesthetic scar healing. And for diabetes, we found that the healing gets better using the photobiomodulation, which makes cheap because it replaces antibiotic and anti-inflammatory pills. So embrace light. I hope you liked my lecture. If you have any questions. So what are the challenges? People, they say, it's expensive. It's hard for me to learn, but there is all around us already, you know. We have it in our smartphones. We have it. Some people, they say, oh, if I have AI in my practice, actually, about 86% of people, they said, yes, that will be good. This is the coral, and lots of them, they died during COVID. I'm so sorry for that. Let's hope for the benefit of AI in the world. This is another picture of 2019 spreading antiseptic on the streets in China. And there we are in a webinar in our homes, which makes life different. So we are in a cage and all the animals are outside. Clorox is the perfume of 2020. And one of my favorite slide that was always a hit in all the conferences. After this Corona stuff, there is different type of Kama Sutra with the specific distance to be taken between. This is another, during the, is an art experiment in France when all the doctors, they got behind their technology naked to show a protest of not having masks and gloves. I think this is spectacularly funny. Our charity work goes all around the world. It's so cheap to do it. It's really, you just need to use your time. Please join. Please give your time to charity. Please do. It can be just free and so rewarding. This is Naomi, and I love her. I bought her that dress. It cost me $2. And I love that child. I really hope, and as I told you, AI is for her. Thank you very much. And there you go. My lecture is done. So
thank you, dear professor. That's a great presentation.
Just one more comment. Embrace artificial intelligence. Only remember, we can always pull the plug. Or what if we don't have electricity? Then we would not have access to any artificial intelligence. And remember, it's only a help to our life. It's not to replace us. It's just to help improve our life. Any question, please?